killer of the street. You know, so he's actually my son. You want to meet him?
Yeah.
What up?
What up, man?
I'm Mike.
They say that he looks like me. Do you think so?
I mean,
all of it look alike. All right.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, you guys do look alike.
Racist motherfucker.
Nah.
Yeah.
The girls think that he's my dad at the
Yeah.
club, so.
It's because I'm so mature. I exude confidence and maturity. He exudes like in kidfulness. Plus, he looks younger than me. What's the wordy, birdie?
What's going on, man?
You know, living Comac and chilling, pimping hoes, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. We're having fun. Waiting for my boy to come by. We're going to go to the club. But first, I thought I'd come by and talk, you know, do we live in a reality? Do we live in a video game? Is reality real? What's going on with that? You know, did you listen to the episodes I told you to watch?
Yeah, I listened to it. Did you watch what I sent you?
When?
Then I thought I sent you something.
No, I did not. I thought it was no, I did not. What was it?
The whole reality thing.
Well, tell me what you thought about what I told you to watch, because we both watched that one.
Yeah. All right. So let me set the table first.
All right. Yeah.
All right. This is what I think.
Good.
All right. So I started to read the Bible.
Good.
Genesis, Exodus, and Leviticus. I'm on Deuteronomy right now.
Is that all one book?
No, those are 3 different books.
Okay.
So Genesis is the beginning. Exodus is when they escape slavery. Leviticus is after they go into the desert. Then God gives them a set of laws and rules that they have to abide by.
Which you're not, right?
So right now I'm trying to go. I'm just starting Deuteronomy, and I'm gonna go through that.
Moses goes up to Mount
my
Sinai.
assistant was very heavily religious when growing up. And also another friend of ours, dad's a preacher, so they have some pretty heated arguments about religion. He's a devout Hare Krishna converted. No, he's a Christian, as it were, and he's very into the Bible. So he knows a lot of that stuff. I know nothing about the Bible. I've never read it. I was taught as a kid that religion was a hoax. It's not real. Because my dad was beat up at Catholic school so bad he wouldn't go to church. He refused to go to church. So I know nothing about that stuff.
So here's the thing, right? When we start to talk about assimilation,
yeah,
I think to really understand aliens and simulation, I think you have to start to read the Bible.
Okay. Why is that?
Because the Bible is the only literature that we have that documents aliens, gods, and the simulation.
Supposedly.
Well, supposedly.
And I just, like, again, I'm ignorant to the facts of these. Is it a well-known fact by everyone across the board that the Bible is not a work of fiction?
Okay, so here's
not a hoax. Like some guy didn't just write like a really good book. Is that a fact, or is there room for argument there?
Okay, so when we talk about Christians, right? This is my personal opinion, and again, I'm on Benadryl. I had peanuts. My girl cooked with peanuts, so I've been on Benadryl for a couple of hours for a day. I'm taking Benadryl every 2 hours because my tongue has finally came down. So I just want to get that out there, but I don't think you could be a Christian if you don't know ancient Greek, Latin, Ethiopian.
Right. But that's not the question.
I'm getting to it. So the original Bible's in Ethiopian. Christianity started in Africa. A lot of people believe that it was the white man that went around killing people and forcing people onto the Bible. But Christianity and the history of Black people are together, right? It's the beginning of time.
Okay.
So the Ethiopian Bible is the original Bible.
Okay.
The King James Version Bible, or the Bible that we read as in English, is a copy or a mistranslation of the original Ethiopian Bible, because the books that are in the Ethiopian Bible is not in our Bible right now.
Okay, so that right there, like, what does that mean?
So it means it answers your question one way, but it also refutes your question, is that the Bible was written, like the King James Version Bible was written by King James's people. They went through the Ethiopian Bible, took out the pieces that they wanted to take out,
okay,
and kept the pieces that they wanted to keep. So unless you could read Hebrew, Aramaic, and ancient Greek and Ethiopian, then you really don't have a true concept of the Bible, because we're not reading the actual Bible. So is the actual Bible myth or real?
Sorry, I apologize.
That's fine.
Are you here?
Yo, I don't know. Yo, bro, I'm at a Shell gas station, bro. I don't know where I'm at.
All right, listen. You got off the exit. You went to a Shell gas station.
I'm off on. I'm right now. Hold on. I'm about to go to
Listen,
the Shell.
leave. No, listen. Pull out of the Shell gas station. Take a right. Okay.
Hold on. You know where I'm at?
Yeah. Pull out of the Shell gas station. Take a right.
All right.
Go through the light and go down to. You're gonna pass a restaurant, pass a hardware store. You're gonna go to Wilbur Street. Take a left on Wilbur Street. You wanna go downstairs?
Hold on. I'm on Woodland Street right now.
I'm not even that, man. I'm sorry, Bobby Shake. Trying to call. Out of Woodland. Go back to the Shell station.
All right. I'm about to tell you where I'm at. I got you.
Hold on.
Wait.
I gotta mute Joe's. Gotta mute his mic. Don't want to give out his address on the stream. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go. Yo, this peanut allergy is crazy, man. He's in a shirt and tent with a pair of shorts on. Oh my God. He's nuts. Yeah, you guys do look alike.
Yes, this motherfucker. Yeah. The girls think that he's my dad.
Yeah, we're just waiting for chat. We're just waiting for Joe Grady to come back. All right, for those who just joined the chat, right? What we're trying to discuss is, do we live in a video game or not? And I personally believe that we do live inside of a video game, because if you talk to Christians, they all know that the world that we live in right now is not the real world, and our soul and consciousness is inside of an avatar. And this avatar is my skin. Like, this is just an avatar, right? So this suit will die, but my consciousness will go to either heaven or hell, depending on what happens, how I behave on this plane. So a lot of people believe that this plane that we're in right now, you always hear Christians say, of this world, right? We're not supposed to indulge in things that is in this world. We're just passing through time, and we got to do the right thing to either get to heaven, right? Or if we do the wrong thing, we go to hell. And that's why I'm saying is for us to really discuss aliens, simulation, gods, devil, I think the best way to get into this argument is to read the Bible, because the Bible is the only evidence, the only written evidence we have, whether it's fiction or fact, that discuss simulation, gods. All right, Joe's back. Let me see here. That's awesome. You're in shorts and a shirt and a tie. Craziness. Can't make it up. This is what's so really cool about live. What the hell is going on? Where is he taking this now? This is crazy. Yeah, turn your mic on. Say something. I can't hear you.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Okay.
Sorry.
No, cool. So you're asking me if the Bible is fiction or
right. So from what you said, okay, it's like you can't take what you want from something and make it fact. You know, if I were to take a test that covered 5 subjects and I failed 2 of them, but I just took the 3 I did well on and made that my test, it wouldn't be real. So if you can't have a Bible, you take the parts you want from it, make that the Bible, and have it be real. Like right there tells you that you're following a false narrative, and you're into such strong convictions about that. Like that makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes no sense to me because people have these strong convictions about obviously about religion and the Bible, but the fact of the matter is it's not the whole thing. So how do you do that?
and I think this is something that there's a lot of things that, like the Torah, right? Like the Old Testament of the Bible. Religious scholars are arguing whether it was written in ancient Greek or it was written in Hebrew.
Right.
Now, a lot of Greek scholars say that there are 1 million words in Greek and there's only like 8,000 words in the Torah.
Right.
So what the Greeks are saying is that why would something be with less words? Wait a second. What am I trying to say here? Okay. So they're saying the original Bible was written in Greek because it has more words.
The Bible has more words itself?
No, the Greek language. Like a lot of scholars say that the original Bible was written in Greek and then it was translated to Hebrew. And the reason why the Greek scholars believe that is because old classic Greek has more words.
So they don't even have it?
What do you mean?
Well, it was like they think the original Bible was written in this language or that language. That means that they don't have the original Bible because it would have been written in one of the languages. They don't even have the thing. I mean, go shake. That's like to be telling you, listen, Corey, I want you to, buy this club, right? But listen, the financials are like we never had them. I think these are them. I'm pretty sure these are them, but really, it's only this part of them, really. So I'll give me $4 million because these numbers here say it's worth $4 million. When in fact, it's worth nothing because the real numbers are crap. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make any sense.
So the Jewish scholars say that the original Bible was written in Hebrew because Jesus is Jewish also, and he would speak Hebrew.
If they were German, they'd say it was written in German. The Greeks say it's written in Greeks. The Jews say it's written in it's like, dude, like, okay, I say it's written in Italian. I mean, obviously that's an ignorant thing. Obviously that's anything ignorant to say. I'm messing with you, but at the same time, it's like don't you agree? Like the Greeks aren't going to say it's written in Italian. The Italians are going to say it's written in Italian. You know what I mean? The Jews are going to say it's written in what I'm saying?
Hebrew.
Like, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for that, Hebrew. I was gonna say, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Yeah. So this is a fight that the scholars are going through. The scholars are saying, hey, listen, this is written in Greek. And the reason why they believe the Old Testament was written in Greek is because they're saying it's a more sophisticated language. And to break something down, a sophisticated language would be an ebonics of that language. Like when I see you, I'm supposed to say, hello, boss Joe Grady. How are you doing today? Right? That is sophisticated old English.
Right.
But because I speak an American form of broken English, I would say, what up, dog?
What it do?
Right, what it do?
But okay. So the question is though, what does it matter what it's written in? Because it says, are they saying it says the same thing?
So the classicists, right? The Greeks, it all goes down to Greek Orthodox Christianity, right? They're trying to say that their religion, like they're the chosen people, not the Jews are the chosen people, because God was speaking to them first, and then you stole our religion and translated it into Hebrew. So these scholars are going back and forth. I don't know who's right or wrong.
But I'm saying, yo, Mike, if you want to go to the club, I can meet you there. I mean, if you guys want to, I'm going to be in like 20 minutes probably. It is. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead. So what I'm saying is, are they saying it says the same thing, just in different languages? Because like the Greek saying, yeah, I'll get down there. All right. Are they saying that it says X, Y, and Z, and you know, the other people are saying it says ABC, or they're both saying it says ABC? It's just what words they use. Like I don't understand. And if that's the case, then they don't know what the original one. It could be written in Ethiopia, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It could be in Somalian. We don't know. So how are you gonna do that?
Well, they found scrolls in one of the caves in Hebrew. So that's how we assume that.
So just because that's the oldest scroll they found?
Yeah, the oldest scroll they found. They found scrolls.
There's nothing before that.
Right. We don't know there's nothing before that. We haven't found anything before that yet.
Okay. That's just come on, man. Like I can't. The problem with a lot of this stuff, and it's not just this. There's a lot of like in this world, like a problem with like politics, for instance. It's like that is if. All right, brother. If you were to put it into like simple things that like everyone can understand, just like that, like you want to go buy. All right, brother. Thank you. You want to go buy a car, and it's like, okay, well, this is what we think the mileage is, but he thinks it's something else. The carburetor we think works, but it might not. But really, the last test we had was that the tires are full of air. But we don't know because they could have been flat before. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you talking about, bro? You wouldn't do that. It's like politics, right? If someone was like, listen, I'm gonna, it's like, oh, my brother went to jail for murder, but I'm gonna go tell him he can get out. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever. It's like, or like, we're gonna clean up the system. We're gonna do this and that. And they do nothing. It's like we're just like sheep, like. We don't think for ourselves. We don't think at all. And it's just like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you, and then they say, well, you have to have faith. Okay. So anywhere it's like, well, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, well, but that's the test. That's faith. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
So when we start to think that we live in a video game system, right? Or a simulation. Remember we talk about we live in a simulation. Well, we have written evidence, whether you believe it's the Jews wrote the Old Testament, or God did, or Greeks did, or God is fake, or God is real, or all of that stuff, we do know that all human beings believe that this world is not real.
All human beings believe that?
Well, majority of human beings believe that this world is not real because we all believe, majority of us believe that the skin that we're in is just an avatar, and our soul and consciousness will either go to heaven or hell. Right? We all have that understanding, right?
Well, my father didn't, but yeah.
Right. And my grandmother didn't either. My grandmother on her deathbed said Jesus is a story on her deathbed, dying of cancer. That was the most profound thing I've ever heard anybody say to me. She's about to die, and
Right.
she's all like, Jesus
So
does not exist.
did you then hear anything about her trying to pass over, anything like that, from anyone in your family or anyone at all? Did anyone ever hear from her or go to a meeting or anything like that?
What do you mean?
Okay, so for instance, my father was the same way, right? He was dying in the house, and it was like he was making plans for next week when he was clearly dying. The last thing my father said was, "I hope the Red Sox never win another game." Okay, he thought that when we die, we was it, done. So after he passed away, my little sister went to a medium, and they said that he was having a really hard time crossing over because he didn't believe what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So that.
Whoa, say that again. Say that again.
So my father believed that we just die, we're dead, and that's it, right? That's what he thought. And so, on his deathbed, like I said, he was dying in our house for a week. We were watching him every night to make sure he didn't die in the middle of the night with air, stuff like that, right? So he never once talked about dying, never once talked about anything. It was like I ended up, obviously talking to him like, you're the best dad ever. Thank you, Dad. I love you. All that stuff, right? And he was just like, okay, and like it wasn't that bad. It was, it was like, and he was like basically like talking about making plans for next week when he was clearly dying. And like I said, the last thing he said was, "I hope the Red Sox never win another baseball game." He was a devout Yankees fan, and that's what happened. And then my little sister went to a medium like a week later or something like that. And
what's a medium?
So medium, so they can talk to dead people, spirits, ghosts, or call it what you want, but they can talk to dead people.
Okay.
So basically so they were saying that my father was having a hard time crossing over, whatever that means, right? Because he didn't believe it was going on. He thought that was it. And then of course he dies and he's like, boom, you know what I'm saying? He's like, what, And so apparently, and that's if you believe this or not too, apparently there was a woman, who knows, his mother, who knows, whatever, that was trying to help him cross over, and he was having a very difficult time with it because he was in disbelief of the whole thing, right? So that's all fine and good, but that doesn't mean that it's a simulation. It just means that this is one stop in many. I don't think we're in a simulation. I think that the reason that we can control our lives so much by our mind, I believe, is because of the universe and the way it works. I don't believe it's a simulation. I think that this is just one step, one place that we go, of many places that we go. Our energy can't die. We're all energy. We're all going to go forever, and whatever that means. And a lot of stuff you can't wrap your head around. Like we were talking about structures outside of the universe. How is that possible, right? So it's like, then it's like, forget about all the readings. There's 11, earths or heavens and this, that, and the third. The hermaphrodites, just kidding, the Hermanites, and it's all that stuff. It's like, okay, that's all well and good, but we don't know if any of it's real, right? So all we know is that we're living on Earth. If you believe certain things, which I believe is more like common sense and then like physics, if you will, than magic, or what you would call, I guess, religion, maybe. And this is just the next stop on many stops, or it could just be we keep coming back to this world. The fact of the matter is, I don't think it's a simulation, because I think we're real.
You think that we're real right now?
Yeah. I think we're real everywhere. You're real everywhere. If you're there and you're living that life, you're real there. Who's to say that, that when I die, that's real wherever we go?
But here's the thing about when we talk about the simulation, right? So there's a group of people on this planet that believe that Nelson Mandela was killed in jail.
Right, yeah.
And they witnessed Nelson Mandela dying in jail, and they witnessed the televisions and CNN and Fox News broadcasting from outside the jail,
right.
And thousands, millions of people crying over his death in jail.
Right.
And then there's also other people that saw Nelson Mandela come out of prison,
yep,
become president of South Africa, and then die.
So, I think that is.
So that could possibly be the simulation being ran, because the simulation has to run twice.
Well, no, simulation doesn't have to run twice. Simulation. Experiment has to have a control and a experiment, right?
No. So sometimes like deja vu is the simulation crossing
or
becoming together.
Or it's a split second of time that it takes for your you see to go to your brain, so you actually see it twice. You know what I'm saying? Or this is what I think about that what you just said, right? And it's just coming to me now. There's a book called The Tipping Point. Okay,
right?
You read that book?
No.
Okay. Basically, it's just about the tipping point. Is just about how things happen in the world. Like there's a tipping point in which things go. It's like how Converse sneakers took over the world, right? It was like the story of how exactly what happened. The story of the Converse sneakers, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a tipping point, right, where something happened. It was like, oh, Mick Jagger. This is all not making all stuff. It's just this. This.
Right.
The details. Oh, Mick Jagger wore them on stage. So then all of a sudden it was like, boom, they became. So it's a tipping point, right? It's like if you're going to lose your job at work. You're getting there, and there's a tipping point where you do that one thing, you break that one glass or whatever, and the tipping point hits and it tips, right? So what I think is that I think that we're all connected, right? We're all obviously connected. We're all energy. You talk to people. If you let go of your ego and your beliefs and everything, just talk to somebody, and you realize that we're all the same, right? We're all the same people. We are bigger than our bodies. We are energy. We're bigger than our bodies because we all, I believe we are, but I believe that we all, in some way, how we're connected has to do with what our minds are. And I think that with Nelson Mandela, it's like there's a tipping point where so many people start to believe this one thing, and then it basically goes into your, without even knowing who Nelson Mandela is at that period of time, it goes into your brain one way or the other. And so I don't know why it goes which way or the other, but I think that it's a tipping point at which, okay, these people now believe this, these people now believe this, and then it becomes a thing, right? So then people are ignorant. Then it becomes a thing. It's like, oh, it's no big deal, but oh, Bobby Shakes or Joe O'Grady. Well, it's no big deal. But all of a sudden, we're running for a Pepsi challenge, and it's like, oh, Bobby Shakes, no Joe O'Grady. No, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of a sudden now you got to pick a side or whatever, right? I think that it's all just manipulation, media. But what it does, though, it hits a consciousness that we all are, and I think that's how it spreads like that. I don't think it's two worlds like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing: those people were not manipulated. Those people actually saw an event.
No, they think they saw an event.
No. Hold on a second here.
Robs you at gunpoint right now. You might not know.
These people, and I don't know if they're lying or not. We don't know if they're lying or not, but they're saying that they saw this event happen, and they have details and timestamps of this happening.
I bet you that before the details and timestamps were made public, everyone had a different detail and timestamp. Different, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no. These group of people, there's a group of people that all witnessed the same exact event, and then there's another set of people that witness a different event.
Have you heard of like the crowd, like I don't know what it's called, but the theory that happens in a crowd, people will start to all of a sudden think they do the same thing. It's like when there's one of those when like in our area right here where all these people witnessed a UFO thing, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
right. And
it's like some people witnessed it this way, some people witnessed it this way. So which one was it? You tell me that night 2 UFO events happened?
So what they're saying is, right, and why we believe we live in a video game, because some avatars. So we're avatars, right? Our consciousness is inside a vessel. Okay. So what was I gonna say? Yeah. So Benadryl is killing me. Hold on, give me a second here. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Hey, is Canna Butter Babe real?
What happened?
There's like a chat thing up here.
Yeah, Canna Butter Babe. That's Vicky Vegas.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's Vicky Vegas on the stream.
Shut up. Vicky Vegas. No, last time I saw Vicky Vegas. Oh wow. How's it going, Vicky Vegas?
That's Canna Butter Babe. So what was the hell was gonna what the hell?
She was
Oh,
funny.
okay. This is okay. So there is a lot of the avatars. So the reason why they say we're in a video game world is because of some avatars have more power than other avatars. Like when you're playing video games, certain characters are level up in this video game. So the people that could see the UFOs and the ghost and all the phenomenon which we can't explain, they're on a higher level of consciousness that they could see that. So basically, we're saying is a lot of us can't witness none of that stuff because our consciousness is not unlocked to see the simulation.
Okay.
Like you got to admit, there's a lot of human beings, and we've had this conversation before, right? I mean, we have crazy conversations.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people, and I think we have the crazy conversation because we're probably me and you was probably on the same frequency because
Probably.
we see different things. We see different things from other people that's not on the frequency that we're on.
Right.
So could that be it? That those, because there's a lot of incidents where there's 1,000 people see a UFO, right, in a group.
Yeah.
There'll be like 1,000 people at a party and they'll see a UFO fly by and everybody says they saw it. Then there'll just be 2 people on the beach at a campsite smoking and they'll see a UFO. One person will see it, the other person will not see it and be like, I didn't see no UFO. I was looking at the sky that you were looking at.
Right.
So
I
is it
that
is one person on a higher level? Is it the simulation that they're living in is different from the other? I mean, it's crazy.
I don't think that is like, so I don't know if my views have changed and stuff like that. Like I tend to think now more like if it quacks like a duck and looks like a duck, it's a duck. I think that they've kind of in some ways proven that like your party scenario, like people are followers, right? So it's like, oh, I saw a UFO. Yeah, I saw it too. They saw a light, right? So it's like, oh, it's a UFO. Then people are like, well, I want to see the UFO too. They say it's 1,000% UFO, but who really saw what? It's like I was saying, like if someone puts a gun in your face right now and robs you, you don't. You're gonna say, oh, he's wearing a blue shirt. This, that, but he could have been, he's a black guy wearing a blue shirt, red hat. It's really a white guy wearing a red shirt. You know what I'm saying? No hat, because that people, and that's just proven too. People think they see things right when things happen, and they're always wrong. Firsthand witness, testimony, whatever you want to call it, is always wrong. It's always wrong because people because they don't know what they're talking about, and they want to. Because here's the thing I've learned in life for sure is that people do things for other people's perception of them, and in some cases it's major. I have a buddy, he's named Nate, and he literally lives, and you can see it on him. He lives like outside his body, and he does things so that he looks cool to other people and stuff like that. And I asked him, I can't. So I asked him, I said, "Yo, do you?" So he's like, "No, but it is. It totally is." You know what I'm saying? Like you can see it, and it's like it's an extreme, but it's like at the same time, like no one's real. Like people buy cars. This is obviously people buy cars because they want people to look at them a different way. They can't afford it, this and that. But it's like if you really look at it. Like, and I study people all the time. Like that's like there's no real people out there. Like right. I can't find many. They're all what's in their head. Half the time they don't even know what's in their head, but they're not getting it out to you. They're getting out to you what they think you want to hear, or what they think they want to hear, or like this, that, and the third. And a lot of people don't even know what they want to do with their life. Can you imagine that? They don't even want you to do with your time. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know, because they haven't figured out what they like. Because they're too worried about what other people like, what they think they like, and stuff like that. So, we know this. We know this, right? We can agree on that. So, So when you get a 1,000-person house party, how many people in that house party do you think are thinking, oh, I didn't see the UFO? Well, at least 10, 30 people say they did. Well, I'm not going to say no. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not, yeah, I saw the UFO too. Or I saw this or that. I don't think, And then what happens is, when you leave with your buddies, like, I didn't see no UFO. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, sometimes you just go, you don't want to rock the boat. Some people just do it for whatever reason. And that's what I think. I think that we're real here. We're going to go somewhere else. our bodies are real in the sense that they're real. We are not our bodies. We're energy. Energy never dies. We're going to go somewhere else. But, you know, how can you not be real? Even if in the show that I asked you to watch, they're saying that we have like a headset, if you will, and if
Right.
that's perceived and it doesn't exist and it comes in on the fly, right? Well, I just don't have a huge problem with that because how do you like? Okay, just gonna say, even if that's the case, there's stuff out there that we can't see because we're not trained enough to. We make us go crazy. We couldn't understand it, right? It still doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's out there still, right? So if that's happening, that VR headset's happening, and it's being made as you look at it, that means that outside of our VR headset, something is making that happen. So there's something. We're real in a real space, right? We must not be seeing the reality because we can't handle it, right? So we're seeing what gets us through the world, right? But it doesn't mean it's not real. It just means that that's how we get through the world. It's like if you're you know, I don't know how to explain that. It was a tough one, but like, you know, it's just it's like if you're in your, I don't know how to explain it other than that. And then just that it's something outside of us doing that, then that means we're in a real space, right?
Well, so I mean, let's go back to the Bible. So like everybody believes that there's a God.
Not everybody.
Well, not everybody, but we'll just say.
Okay.
So that God could be a programmer that's programming the code for us to see stuff being rendered on the fly.
He programs his code to make him real.
Well, I'm not talking about the God in the Bible or the God in religion.
It doesn't matter. Any God you're talking about, if he exists and he's making us do what we do, who makes him do what he does?
Well, that's the programmer. They only can be one
programmer.
There's only one programmer.
Yeah, but if he's going to exist, he has to also be programmed as we do.
No.
Why not? How can he exist? So is he the only existing thing? Everything else, there's only one thing is real in this universe existing is the programmer, and that's it. Everything else is programmed and not real.
Correct.
So he's lonely.
So there's an entity that's running the program.
Are you going back to the show about the one consciousness?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that programmer is programming the reality that we're living by.
But doesn't that make it a reality that we're in? Doesn't it make it real to us? And if it's not, and if it, whether it's real or not, in whatever semantics you're using, number one, who cares? Number two, it's real. You have real pain, real emotions. You know, the only thing is this. The one part, I guess, there's two things that gave me a problem with everything we're talking about. Okay.
Okay.
One is when I realized that ghosts were real. Okay. If ghosts are real, then they're somewhere else. If they're somewhere else, then where are they? And there could be many somewhere else's. You know what I'm saying? And so there's, you know what I'm saying? That's my correction of things, because like even if that's the case, that means a program is programming many worlds or whatever. But that means that we're not the only place, right? And I've seen ghosts. I live with ghosts. You know what I'm saying? I hear stuff that people don't hear. So I know that happens. Okay. The second problem I have is, what's the second problem I had?
Benadryl.
Second problem was one was that there has to be another place, and two is that you know, I can make things happen with my mind. A lot of people can, right? It's not like it's manifestation, right? I can tell you, right. My buddy Mike there, bro. He's crazy. Like he's understand it. 3 or 4 times now in the past 6 months, I've manifested money. Okay, needed money, manifested money. The last time was just 3 days ago. I'm like, yo, I need money. And so I put my manifestation. 2 days later, I won a $500 scratch ticket. Well, one scratch ticket, a $500 scratch ticket. I got $1,000 dropped off to my house from people that owed me money from a food truck thing like months ago, right? I got $12,000 from this other thing that I happened to be doing that day, and a big phone call came through with a customer that wanted to come in 2 days. The next 2 days, that's money, right? So 4 money things happened. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know where they're going to come from. like 3 months before that, I needed money by a certain day because of a lawsuit as well, right? So, bro, the day of, had to be done at 3 o'clock. The day of, 11:30 in the morning, my doorbell rings. I never hear my doorbell. FedEx comes. It's a check for $13,000. It was not the 13. It was like 8. It was exact. It was like $1,000 over what I needed, right? So I'm sitting there like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, these things happen to me all the time. So much so it can't just be luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
so
go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
That's my basic manifestation. I've done it my whole life. I made different things besides money. A lot of people have. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not anything special about me. But that if you know how to manipulate the universe or to let it work in your favor or whatever, then you can make that happen. So all that tells me is that everything's connected, and that if you keep your eyes open and you've lived enough lives, I believe lives is what it is, then you understand the flow of the universe. That's what I believe. I don't think that it's a simulation, and I don't think that there's many other simulations of there's a me, you know, there's a me that's drunk, there's a me that's high, there's a me that's sober, there's a me that's weightlifter, there's a me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the other problem I have, a lot of problems. The other problem I have is they've mathematically proven some of this stuff that makes me wrong. Right. But I don't know how you mathematically prove that there's multiverse. How do you mathematically prove that? And if you do mathematically prove it, like how does that work? You know what I'm saying? How does that work? Like, how does it work?
So let's go back to your manifestation, right? And we could go to the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve is in the garden, and God said, "Do not eat from that tree." He left. He came back to earth, or he came back. I don't know where he comes. And he saw Adam and Eve sitting in a bush. And he's all like, "You guys are sitting in the bush because you guys now know knowledge. Like, I know now that you've bitten from the apple." So that's that's our interpretation of Adam and Eve's story.
Why the bush?
Because they were naked, so they jumped in the bush to hide themselves.
Oh, wait, showed up. Okay, got you.
So, yeah, so God said, "Don't eat from that tree." Eve was brainwashed by a snake to eat the apple. She ate the apple first, and then she gave it to Adam to then eat the apple.
Okay.
There's another story, is that the Garden of Eden was a scientific laboratory.
Okay.
Where human beings were being made.
Okay.
And that programmer who claims to call himself God, but which isn't God, because the Bible talks about multiple gods. If you read the Bible, it talks about multiple gods. There's multiple gods in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. There's multiple
gods. God of war, the God of this, the God of that. That you mean?
No, just different gods.
Okay.
So
I thought it was blasphemous.
Hold on, because
okay, sorry.
So the snake goes to Eve and convinces her that she needs to eat the apple. Another interpretation of that story says that the snake is actually God and went to Eve and said, "This thing that created you is actually evil, and you need to eat this apple and gain wisdom and then share it with your partner." Because you guys got to understand that human beings have the power. The human beings, us, even though we were made by what we call a God, the human beings have more power than that God. And we have the power of manifestation, just like how the God does who created us.
Okay.
Did that even make any sense?
I mean, in your comic book world, yeah. Like, you made that up. Someone made that up.
No,
I just think. I mean, I get.
No, no. So it just goes to it just goes to what you said was that you are the programmer in your simulation.
Well, no.
So you could manifest. You have the power of manifestation.
Right, but
you're the coder.
No, that's not why. Because I understand how the energy of the universe works.
Right. So that would make you a programmer of your
Of my
simulation.
reality.
Yeah, of your reality. I mean, that's just a simulation reality. That's just.
But that's what we're talking about, though, right? Or is it a simulation or is it a reality, right? I mean, is that what is that the big thing? Like,
I don't know if it's a simulation. I don't know if it's reality. I do believe.
It's all just words, right? It's all just words. Like,
right. Yeah, it's all. Okay. I do believe that this right here, right now, is a dream world. But I don't think right now I'm up. I'm up. I think this is all fake.
okay, well,
I think my reality is my dreams because that is something I cannot change. But I could manifest this.
yeah, but they've kind of done a lot of work with the brain and shown what dreams are.
What do you think dreams are?
I mean, I think that dreams. I don't know. I think that
Yeah,
dreams.
so crazy.
I think that dreams. I don't know. I don't take dreams very. The problem with dreams is this: if I take Tylenol PM, for instance, I get the most vivid, crazy dreams ever. Right.
Right.
A lot of times I don't dream at all. Sometimes I dream. Sometimes the thing is, if your dreams can be so crazy because you've ingested something, then they can't be anything that's like foreshadowing or because that would just be that the mechanism wouldn't work, right? If dreams are very important, like they're supposed to show you that, then it shouldn't be so easily to have messed up dreams, whether you drank or didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's how people live their life. I would think that dream. I don't think dreams are anything other than your mind in overdrive when you go to sleep. I think a lot of stuff that we deal with in our body is our body. I think that we have a brain and stuff, and that does REM sleeping. How your body's always right. So you need REM sleep to cure, to heal this other thing. I think that's a thing. I think your dreams are your brain, whereas we're mind. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't think dreams are anything special. I think people want to see this is what your dream means, and it's like you tell me what sign you are and what it means. I could tell you 5 different stories about how you can be a different sign, or you tell me what your dream is. I can make it a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say this person knows what they're talking about? Because I've never heard of anyone's dreams. I've heard people's dreams kind of coming true. I think that's more of a you have the dream. Okay. Part of the reason I think manifestation works is because if you're constantly thinking about something, constantly thinking something, going to do it, you're always going to think about it, you're always going to do it, right? If you want a car, right, you're always going to be, you have a conversation, you got to talk about a car, boom, you're there. You have a conversation, you got to talk about a loan, boom, you're there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're manifesting it, but at the same time, you're just going towards, you're just getting there. Sometimes your autopilot's smarter than your pilot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
Yeah.
That is that. So I think that people's dreams will come true, but it's only because they had the dream. You know what I'm saying? And then they wandered towards it. You feel me? I don't think that. I mean, that's I don't. I'm coming with all on the fly too, but that's how I pretty much do everything. I don't know. It's like
It's wild, isn't it?
yeah, it is. I can't. This is my thing. I'm still stuck on fax machines, so you can't. Like how does a fax machine work, bro?
I know, right?
How's the fax machine work? How's it? Forget a. Dude, the fact that I'm on a computer right now, and it was just stuff made from the earth, mineral. You know what I'm saying? Like minerals, oil, from the earth, and they made this. You go, bro, what?
So here's the thing, right? I think, like Apple, I just had this realization that the Apple computer it has a bitten apple on it.
You know that? Come on.
I didn't know that had anything to do with Adam and Eve.
The piece of the apple that's out is actually where the bite came from. Fits right in there.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, this is just maybe it's just the Benadryl talking, but there's an Apple, the Apple computer, like there's a bite missing, and that's the bite of Eve.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's given us. Eve gave us knowledge.
Yeah. What about Android?
No, I mean that's just Apple's. That's just Apple's thing.
Yeah.
It's the wisdom, and but when you think about computers, right?
Yeah.
Computers are designed by watching human activity. Like there's no difference between a computer and a human being, besides consciousness, obviously. But I heard how they program computers is they used to take a helicopter and fly over traffic and monitor the traffic in the sky and use the cars as bits of information going on and off the highway.
That makes sense, though. That makes sense.
That is how they develop computer chips.
Yeah, but think about this though. All they're
So
doing
basically, a computer.
they're studying traffic. You feel me?
What happened?
They're studying traffic information, traffic of people. They're studying traffic patterns. They're not studying people. They're studying how to get information, a lot of things to a place is traffic.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like it's how humans work. It's not how humans work. It's how traffic works.
Well, humans are in traffic.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's like humans are in traffic. That's how we figure out how to get things efficiently to a place. People in the traffic are all doing different things.
Right. And so all I'm just saying is like the computer shouldn't be that much of a wild experience because all a computer is just.
Yeah, but bro, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
it's all. A computer is just a human being.
But I'm looking at you right now. Zeros and ones in plastic, bro. Come on, what are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's like this. I mean, I guess it's like the flow of a computer. It's just that. But bro, someone went and mined up some oil, made some plastic, mined some gold. They're like, okay, well, if I put this here and this here, they're like, oh, hello, testing. It's like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about?
That's the program. That's the simulation.
What are you talking about, bro?
Like simulation.
No, good thing I wasn't around back then. I wouldn't have invented nothing. I'd been.
Yeah, that's the simulation. That's just the. That is just, smart. And I don't think it's smart. Like now that I'm beginning to understand, like just designing websites and around technology.
Yeah, but it's not that.
I don't think technology is that advanced or that confused to understand.
Once you get a computer, yeah, okay, designing websites not that advanced, but the computer itself, bro. And I'm going back to the fax machine again. You listen, bro. You go make me a fax machine. Go make me a fax machine. Go figure that out. Go make me something that instantly across the world, it'll be your face coming out of that printer. Make me a printer, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You
think that's mind blowing?
Yeah, it's mind blowing. Not how it works. It's saying once you listen. Once you get to the concept that's made, not how it works. It's making it. Someone was around. We went from rubbing sticks together, right, to whatever, to basically like someone figuring out what these elements are, figuring out how to make, say like putting it together and then making it work. Like you're telling me that you would have figured out how to make this computer work as if it's just you coming up in the universe, like how to put things from the earth together, make them in a way that is wirelessly, bro. Wirelessly shoots through the air and comes back. You as your person, me as my person, talking to each other in real time. Come on.
Well, I think that's all. I mean, a lot of people say that our technology is a gift from the gods or aliens.
No, and that's fine. I'm just saying, like that. It probably is
because so human beings.
You can't tell me you can wrap your head around that. You can't tell me that you would have come up with something like this. Like I don't believe that. Like some people are really smart out there, dude.
Are they smart? Or are they in sync with what's going on? Because I remember back in 1999, I figured out how to stream video to my website.
Yeah, but you were given the tools, bro. Someone had to make those tools. Someone had to invent the streaming thing. Yeah,
Right. Well, they had to invent the
all of it.
the telephone cable.
They had to invent electricity, bro. They had to invent.
But think about this though, Nikola Tesla. So like once we get into, so I believe that education was passed down from the aliens, because I do believe I do believe that some human beings are having interaction with aliens, and they're given gifts.
It's gotta come somewhere.
And they're given because right now they're saying that America in some instances can reverse engineer UFO crash sites.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you on that.
Hold on a second. Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
You'll go too far. I gotta go. Ah. Yo, I'm sorry you did this now. I gotta go.
You gotta go. Oh yeah, man.
I gotta work. It's 1 a.m. already.
12:40.
Yeah, I gotta go now. Let's pick this up tomorrow.
Pick this up tomorrow.
Sorry.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Why are you dressed like that? What's going on?
Just fuck with you. No sweatpants. Oh, that's right there.
You gotta get ready to the club tonight?
No.
Dude, you used to dress like that when I first met you.
No. I would wear clothes. I gotta
like an old Italian gangster. You need to bring that back, Joe.
I dress like that all the time. It's Monday night, so I'm doing more of I got a green denim suit. Like it's cool, but I wear this on the weekends, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know,
You wear that?
This is one of my outfits. I'm just messing with you. Like I was like, because I want to put sweatpants on and this. Like, huh?
Yeah, you gotta bring that. You gotta bring that look back 24/7.
What does the look I'm wearing tonight, though? Shit.
Dude, I don't know anybody that owns more suits than you.
I know, but dude, now
that isn't like a corporate guy. You're the only non-corporate guy I know that's got a lot of suits.
Right, but I was at the streetwear.
I think you should get rid of the streetwear.
You love the streetwear.
You gotta get rid of it, Joe.
No. Love the streetwear.
No, you gotta come back.
Dude, my streetwear's fresh.
No.
I like to be versatile.
No. You need to bring this back. This is your look.
I'm wearing this.
24.
No.
24/7.
Dude, then I wouldn't be able to wear jeans like these. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck those.
Dope ass jeans with the belt, you know what I'm saying?
No, fuck that.
All right, I gotta go.
Bring back the suits, Joe.
Love you.
Love you, man.
Bye.
Crazy. I don't know if we made any sense. Thank you so much for checking in. Yeah. I don't know if I made any sense tonight. The Benadryl's kicking my butt. All right, guys. Good night.